play your game. Not even if you smile. Kidding. Hey. It's me again, your host, Ashing, and thank you for listening again to another episode here in the Life Continuum or TLC. I really appreciate that you are trying to find time and invest it here in TLC just to check our updates. So, again, thank you very much. You know what? One thing I realized that in life, we will always find that person or someone where we can be really genuine, where we can really be ourselves and really speak out what's in our mind and really be true to what we feel and what we are thinking at the moment. And sometimes you will feel like you've known that person for a very long time, and sometimes you will feel like every single word that comes out from his or her mouth you can always relate to, and that like it also happens to you. And one thing I really like about that is that I am also learning new things from that person. And because I think the one of the reason is that me personally as a listener type of person, I always love listening to other people's experience and what are their ideas, what are their opinions and about certain things. And that for me it helps me understand why they are this type of person, why they have such an opinion, why they think that way, why they behave that way. And it really helps you to not just focus on yourself, but to really understand and have, that connection with people around you. And well, I guess because I'm really a quiet person when I'm surrounded with strangers. But if you talk to me, like really talk to me, and we have this common ground. No kidding. Like we have this common interest, and trust me, I'll be the most talkative person in the room. And yeah. And I think I really believe that each one of us have our own story to tell to the world, and that each one of us have our own different challenges every single day. And from that, I believe that it's also a good thing to really know the person first before judging or before, commenting about her or the way he or she behaves. But yeah, I think the main point is that I really hope, I really hope you will enjoy this episode as much as I love and, enjoy talking with or listening to Bianca. Well, if you already encounter, or if you have similar experience with me, please do let me know. Send me some DMs. Bye and enjoy. With our talk, you mentioned about your family relationship, especially that it's only you and your younger sister. So I
Yeah.
want to ask you, how is it like growing in a bigger family? Because I know it's not just you and your younger sister. I also watched
Yeah.
some of your videos. You have a lot. You have a big family. So how is it
Yes.
like?
Um, well, honestly, I feel like it's such a privilege to be able to grow up in a big family that has good ties and we have a really good relationship with
Mm-hmm.
our angkan kasi talaga. And my dad, he's the one, siya kasi yung panganay. He's like the eldest. He's the eldest apo, he's the eldest son of my lola, and my lola was the eldest daughter of my lolo and lolas. So, I came from like a branch of puro eldest. So, my dad being the eldest everything, he's always told us to put family first, na we have to keep nurturing yung, alam mo yun, yung annual family reunions, every Christmas, every New Year, Noche Buena, Medyo Noche, etc. Um, how is it like? It's really fun. Kasi, it, I don't know how to describe the feeling, but like we don't hang out all the time. Like we live
Yeah.
in different places.
Mm-mm.
But when you see each other on a holiday, or when for example, let's start with the clan, yung angka namin. For example, magkikita kami ng New Year or like ng Christmas. It's such a fun and it's just home. It feels home. Na parang there's a lot of these people that you can just go to. Na you have cousins that you can tease. You have uncles and titas who can comment on your body.
Yeah.
or like titos and titas who will spoil you. Alam mo yon. It's just really fun, and it's actually very comforting to know na you have like this group or this team of people that you can run to when something bad happens, and when something good happens. There
True.
will be like a lot of people to celebrate with you, but
Yeah.
also there will be people who have your back when can I swear, Ken, toot happens. When something happens, alam mo yon.
Yes.
So I think that's the ano talaga, that's the what the good thing of having a big family. If we're talking about naman yung like extended family, like the siblings of my dad, the siblings of my mom, I think they are like extended, or like they're like my second dads, my second moms, like my titos and my titas. Parang cooler version sila ng parents ko because they're
Wow.
younger. So sila yung mga bagets na titos and titas na I can ask about, like drinking, or I can ask about like going out or like dating. Sila yung pupuntahan ko. Like the more, alam mo
Dating.
yung mga ganon. So, I feel like it's same thing. It's very comforting na you have other people to run to when something happens. Na iba kapag if it's blood related, because you know na they won't run from you, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's just one big hug knowing that I have my uncles and my aunts and my cousins to have my back. Ayun lang.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Yeah, really, your blood is thicker than water. So yeah, it's really good thing to have your family. And it's
Yes.
I think because me as well, I came from I have a really big family background, and I think one thing that really makes me happy is that seeing those young kids, my
Yeah.
cousin, my sisters, like getting together in Christmas, and also it really overwhelms my heart. I don't think
Totoo.
I think it's the same thing with the rest of everyone out there. And segue muna tayo kasi you mentioned about dating. So, is it okay if I can ask, single ka ba, Biancs?
This is so...
OMG.
I think I'm going public. Na joke lang. I know. Natatawa naman ako. This is the first time someone asked me this. No. Wait. Technically, I am single. Hindi naman. Technically, I am single. However, I am exclusively dating someone. This is so far showbiz. Natatawa ako. But yes. No, basta we're exclusive, and like we've been dating since January. Yeah. So, matagal-tagal na din. We met on Bumble.
That's a thing, huh? I really love that. Oh my gosh. Is it, you're one of this quarantine,
Yes. I didn't intend on doing anything. I thought it was just another person I will meet up with. During the pandemic pa talaga, no? Ay, natatawa talaga ako. Like, my friends, because me, okay, nagchikahan na. Sorry, I'll just put it out there.
It's okay. And I really love that you are, you? Wait, you?
Yeah. Grabe, yeah.
Okay. Nakarelate ako sa NBSB, pero later.
But, okay.
It's exclusive then.
Ay, ayun naman pala. So,
sige, go ahead.
I'm envious because and like, alam mo yung, mayroong one friend in your friend group na ang branding niya is the single, hopeless, romantic, funny friend. That was me ever since. My girlfriends, they've had exes na, and they've dated people na. Like me, I'm just there, doing whatever I want to do. And honestly, very rooted siya with body image and self-worth and confidence talaga. But I've only really started to meet people when I started working. For one, it's complicated in college because I'm straight and I went to like an all girls college, which is
Yeah.
Miriam, so that didn't help.
Mm-mm.
um, and also it was only during when I started working, doon lang din ako nakapag, explore of like being confident, as you mentioned nga before we started the call. And doon lang ako nag-start mag-meet with people. And parang the pandemic happened and I don't know, parang na-heighten lang yung mindset na what's there to lose? Like, it's a pandemic already. Like, just put yourself out there. but, but prior,
Kilig ako,
natawa ako.
I can't
Basta
stop
yun
that
lang.
smile.
So,
Kilig.
it's just funny because we matched December 26.
Hoy. Wow, talaga pati yung date naalala pa.
Kasi, okay, you know why I remember? It's because sobrang galing Noche Buena, Christmas Day eh. And
Mm-mm.
I remember the first few messages was like, oh, Merry Christmas. Kasi, natatawa ko. Kaya ako natatawa. So, is like, ng holidays kasi, I don't know what happened. Basta, that's the time that I got to interact and meet different people talaga because my spirit of the holidays that affected, I feel like not just me, but other people who were also like into dating. So I don't know, but like yung December, the stretch of December up until January, it was just pretty interesting because that was like the peak of my dating life, I guess.
Wow. You know what? I can really relate to like the online dating stuff, but I'm not into it. But I'm already
I get that, yeah.
I'm also NBSP, and then I get into this situation, and then like, oh, the relationship is complicated now. But yeah. So segue tayo, no? But I
Sige,
really
go
want
lang.
to ask you, how did you manage to really get in touch with that person? Like, di ba quarantine? It's really hard to like, see each other personally. Like, how do you keep that? Like, sana mag-reply naman siya. Like, consistent sana yung conversation namin. Yung ganun.
Okay. This is so funny. Okay, wait lang. Natatawa. Kasi, wala to sa questions mo, girl. Char. Pero okay lang.
Wala nga.
Okay, so the thing with online dating, I feel like, I get that it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
As in, nung ako din, sabi ko, I don't think it's for me because I'd rather have like the physical aspect or the physical presence of the person. Parang sabi ko sa friends ko, mag-ganito na lang kayo. Sabi ko, ayoko na ng Bumble. Sabi ko, it's so exhausting to keep introducing yourself, to keep, starting from sobrang surface level lang na whatever. So sabi ko, okay, pandemic, wala kaming choice. Wala akong choice. But to go online, wala lang. The first thing, I guess, with online dating is you start with manage your expectations, I guess. Kumbaga, when people you meet or match with, you don't expect the best of them. That's so bad. That's such a bad advice when I say it. But the point lang is you have to still, manage your expectations to guard yourself. Kasi in the first place, like, technically, they're strangers talaga.
Yeah.
And you just matched because you happen to swipe right with each other.
Yes.
So parang hindi mo kailangan dapat ma-expect na they would reciprocate immediately the same feelings, Now, the interesting part of like dating during the pandemic, I feel like people now, the next step to like talking on Bumble, for example, consistent kayo talking on like on the app, the next step is for you to go out of Bumble. So that's either, most of the time, it's Telegram.
Yeah.
So you go to Telegram and that's how you interact. And then the next step to that, which is, again, the interesting part of the pandemic, is if they would be willing to have like a call with you, video, I don't know, if it's a video call or like a phone call, I don't know, just a call. To see how it is in real time. Kasi pag chat, meron pang delays yan and all of that. To answer your question of like how to get in touch with the person, ang rule ko lang talaga, kasi honestly,
Sinabi mo yan sa kanya?
Honestly talaga kasi, I've been on Bumble ever since 20, parang ever since 28, 2019. So, matagal na ako on the app. Yeah, matagal na. 2018 pa nga siguro. I met a couple of guys already through the app. My rule lang talaga is if they don't seem interested from the very beginning, don't interact na. Because there are people, okay, I've figured out it especially if they have a bit more intention.
If they are into you. No?
Yeah.
If they're into you.
If they're a bit more engaging with their replies. Okay, ito. Ito na yung secret ko
Sige,
kung
go.
bakit nag-peak
like
yung dating life ko.
I like that. Sige, go.
As a strategist myself, I had to figure out a strategy and an approach na advantageous to me. So, sabi ko, I just tried it. Hindi ko siya tinry pala. There was this one guy I matched with, and his his opener, like, I messaged him, like, hi, ganyan. What he did was, he replied with a voice message, because you can do that on Bumble. I don't know if you can do that sa Tinder or, like, in any other apps, but on Bumble, you can send a voice message. Much like how you can voice message sa Messenger, yung record niya yung audio.
Yes.
Yun yung reply niya sa akin. Tapos sabi ko, whoa, it has a different effect. Kasi the guy that I matched with nung time na yun, he's not, naka-Bumble airport, naka-Bumble pass siya na parang he's from the US, pero he can match with other people to any location that he can set to. So, basically, he's American, like, I don't know if he's American, he looks like he was mixed, but he, meron kasi yung thing with guys who can speak good English and, like, have an accent. With the voice. So, sabi ko, oh, shucks. It had an effect on me. Sabi ko talaga, what if I do the same? So, me, I used to be a radio jock in school, like in our college radio.
I see.
So, sabi ko, I'm gonna put on my radio voice and I'm going to do voice messages to people who I match with. The thing with that strategy is so funny. I don't know why I'm saying it.
What happened?
Natatawa lang ako. Anyway, it's so weird that I'm sharing this. But, okay, so, yun yung naging strategy ko talaga na I would, yung opener ko, kasi diba on Bumble, it's the girls sending the messages first. So, sabi ko, that's gonna be my thing now. I will send voice messages from the yun yung opener ko. Voice messages talaga. And I will put on my radio voice every time that I talk to them.
I love that.
The thing with this thing that I did, parang yung pinaka-advantage niya is that you will immediately, number one, catch their attention. So, that's an advantage kasi ibig sabihin, they will be interested na in engaging with you more.
Yeah.
So, yun yung una. Sabi ko, okay, this is good kasi it means that they're more inclined to reply to you because you've left an impression to them. Then second is that since they're more interested na, they will engage like hopefully, like most of the time naman yun yung nangyari, na in a more intentional reply na parang mas may laman yung replies nila, kumbaga. Yun lang naman yung gusto kong sabihin. So, if they don't reply with a voice message with a reply na interesting enough for me, I don't engage anymore. Wow, ang ganda ko. Pero gets, alam mo yun, don't waste your time anymore. And then the second thing is, you have, with online dating, it's a place also na medyo hub for, like, people who just want to fool around. And I don't, like, mind if that's their thing to just sleep around and, like, hook up. It's like a whole different, like, culture.
Yeah.
So, sige, do them. But that's not my thing. So, one thing my friends always told me na I thought was weird in the beginning was you always ask the person you match with why they're on the app. Like, oh, ba't ka nasa app? Like, what are you doing on Bumble? But, like, what are you looking for here? That's just being practical kasi if the person is just for hookups or if actually he's into dating pa. So that's just also one thing. You always ask if, what do you expect from Bumble? Or like, what are you looking for about the moment? Yun, that's the line. Like, what are you looking for about the moment? And then they will answer you. And then, expectation
but
setting.
But you ask that one, like, after, like, during the first day?
Yeah, could be. Like, if there's an opportunity for it. There's nothing wrong, I swear. Like, I thought din talaga ng una. Sabi ko, hindi ba weird yun? Na dapat, Di ba, sabi nila, hindi. Kasi you start in a platform that could be a place of different expectations, you know?
Yeah.
And that's, so but it's a norm apparently. We're the same. Like, I didn't think so at all. So parang sabi ko, okay, sige, I'll try. Kasi it made sense to me because there was this one guy I matched with. And like,
So this is a different guy from
different guy,
December.
different,
Okay.
yeah, different guy. He's cute and everything, like, sobrang type ko talaga siya. Tapos, we eventually moved out of Bumble and we started talking on Telegram. But he was so, like, sabi ko sa friends ko, why isn't he flirting? Sabi nila. As in, like, para kaming barkada mag-usap. Tapos parang sabi ng friend ko, ano daw ba hinahanap niya? Sabi ko, ha? Tinatanong ba yun? Sabi niya, gaga. Oo. Sabi niya, no. So sabi niya, wala, tanungin mo lang Bianca. Just ask him, like, oh, what are you, like, what were you doing on Bumble pala? So, when I asked him that, sabi niya pala, he's just in Manila for a few months and he will go back to Japan. He was just looking for someone to be friends with, to keep him company. Like, he's not looking to dating someone. So, like, parang if I asked that earlier on, I wouldn't have like a set of assumptions or expectations na, oh, when we meet, we're gonna have a date. Ganon. Hindi eh. Yeah, but like, no. Like, he was just here in Manila for a few months lang daw. He's from Japan kasi talaga. So, parang sabi niya, oh, I'm just here to like make friends and like maybe someone could like tour me around for a while kasi I'll be back in Japan kasi nandun yung family ata niya, something like that. So, yun, that's important to ask. So, para alam mo rin kung saan ka ano. And honestly, it's fun that way kasi mas alam mo how to gauge a person. I think you don't expect all your matches to be quality. Parang 1 out of 20 matches siguro yung matino. I don't know. Like, that's why I told you it's so exhausting to keep introducing yourself, to keep having small talk.
Yeah.
Na parang, bihira kasi yung meron kang, if meron man, yun nga, baka 1 out of 15 naman. I don't know, basta it's a hit or miss. It's not all your matches is gonna be okay kasi hindi naman lahat magkiklik eh. Parang kanya-kanya kayo ng pagkaka-jive. This guy that I'm dating now though, it's a very different story kasi sobrang click talaga kami. Kinikilig ako.
Ang pala mo, girl!
Hindi
Recorded ka.
I feel like that's why it's also important to meet other guys kasi then you would know what you're looking for talaga or like you know you've always had like standards and meron kang parang ideal guy in your head. It's funny because the guy that I'm dating, yung guy that I'm dating, he's not super the superficial part of like my standards na parang dapat ganito ganyan, he's ganito ganyan. He's not all that, you know. But
is he the total opposite of the guy that you are?
Really? Almost the opposite.
Oh, okay.
It's so funny kasi parang I don't know, girl. Parang when we met, it was just sobrang click lang talaga kami. As in sparks, but it was really a moment when we first met each other. So parang sabi ko talaga, oh no. Sabi ko talagang ganun sa friends ko, guys, oh no. Sabi ko, because I've met naman na other guys before, but it didn't feel the same way as when we've met. Funny, but yes. I don't know, basta it's funny also that it took a pandemic for it to happen, but here we are.
Oh, I'm so happy for you because I'm also an envious before for a while. And like you, I also didn't have the confidence na makipag-date. And also for me then, like it's really hard for you to keep introducing yourself to someone.
Yeah.
Kung hindi naman kayo talaga, parang wag na talaga.
Please. So, sabi ko po talaga, because I have a lot of friends who met their boyfriends through online dating apps. So parang it's parang lalo akong nung time na yun, sabi ko, so is there something wrong with me? Sabi ko gano'n. Because I can't keep a conversation, like for some reason, I can't find a potential partner on the app. Yeah. But, you know, I feel like I just got the timing lang siguro. But I understand that it's not for everyone. Like, I have friends who get frustrated. Sabi ko, girl, if it's making you like anxious or it's not healthy for you, just don't force it.
Mm.
I've uninstalled the app a lot of times also. Hindi naman, like, I guess it's online dating app from the get-go. It's more for people who are more into the casual kind of thing.
Yeah.
Na hindi talaga dating agad yung punta. Just to meet people, And for one, it's very built on the physical aspect of it. Like I'm not a conventional pretty na I'm not sexy, I'm not
Yeah.
whatever. So
Ako
it's
din.
a bit it's rooted in that, I guess. So if that's why I told you na parang it takes a lot of confidence also to put yourself out there, not just on the app but also like in person. However, it's a bit more forgiving kasi in person eh. Alam mo yun?
Yeah.
Parang sa app kasi may validation that comes from it now when you match with someone.
Yes.
But it's my only advice talaga is just also have fun with it. But also just I don't know, just ako naman kasi wala akong expectations getting into like matching with people and like meeting him. Wala akong expectations. As in, sabi ko, meet lang ulit just like any other guy that I matched with before. Kasi ako, parang my goal was I want to first be sure that I love myself muna for real before I start dating someone. Kasi it's so complicated and it's so unhealthy to date someone who is insecure of na at least of their self-worth.
Yeah.
I mean, siguro, obviously, like, we all have our insecurities. Meron din akong moments na feeling ko, I feel like, I'm so pangit. Parang pangit ko today. Parang I don't like what... Alam mo yun? May mga ganun. Normal yun. But
you feel really beautiful, diba?
Yes. Normal yun. But it's a different story when you don't know your self-worth pa, or if it's very basta if hindi mo pa talaga na fulfill yung self-love mo.
Yeah.
Because my boss always told me, Miggy, my former boss from Husky Digital, he was like my bosses. They were like my mentor, both in like the professional aspect of me and like in my personal life. So since sobrang close talaga kasi ng team namin. So I would always tell him na parang, boss, ano ba yun? Why am I like this? Like, am I not pretty enough? Am I not attractive enough? Ganyan. Sabi niya, Bianca, ano ba yan? Sabi niya, what he always told me, and it stuck with me forever, and I feel like it's so true, na you have to have so much love for yourself na you have enough, nag-overflow siya for you to give to other people. And that is so true. Na parang, like, nothing can beat me down now because I love myself so much and I'm capable of standing on my own, and I do not need another person to validate their feelings for me to feel like I am enough or I am loved. Like, alam mo yun, if things don't work out with somebody, hopefully naman it doesn't, naiyak na, but like, if things don't work out with him, like, obviously I'll get sad, but I'll be able to, move forward because I'm okay with myself. Like, I'm grounded with my love, and that's with the love for myself. And that's so important kasi that also creates a healthier relationship between the two of you na you're not celosa, but maybe, I don't know, different context naman kasi, but I feel like in my case, hindi ako ganun kaselosa because I am secure of him and I'm secure of myself, and like I'm secure of like my career, so I am okay with everything else. Ayan ko, parang just build on yourself. And then my mom naman, she would tell me it would come in a time na you're ready. Na parang, and I think that's true kasi parang life in like my career, I'm happy with my career, with my family. Like, we're okay here in the house, and like financially I'm also pretty okay. Wellness in terms of like getting fit and like just lifestyle in general, feeling ko I'm also okay with that.
Yep.
So I feel like timing talaga na na nag-match din kami. And I feel like
for that.
Yes, I think just it will come into the time na you're ready daw.
Yeah.
Although like speaking from experience, akala ko na una ready na ako, but there's a lot of like riffraffs you go through, especially if NBSB ka. Like, girl, like I haven't like I've only dated people, but I've never been exclusive with anyone. So it's just so interesting to experience. Parang suddenly it's a world I don't know how to navigate in. Because it's pretty different. Because like you've been single since I've been single since whenever, and parang the way I tackle kasi mga different situations in my life, I'm sobrang kasi ako, sobrang type A person na parang I have trackers, I have lists for everything.
Same.
So, parang nakakatawa kasi whenever I would feel something weird or like, basta pag mayroong unheard of feeling, with the dating experience, I try research them. Research is our friend, you know that.
True,
I know you do
yeah.
that because I also do that.
Yep.
So parang I end up like there's no way to research around it. There's no tracker or list around like dealing with a relationship.
Definitely.
So parang sobrang alien territory siya sa akin na parang sabi ko, ano ba to? Feeling ko I'm so dumb suddenly. Like, no, I'm smart and I'm intelligent enough to know my way around around life. But for some reason, when it involves a relationship, it's a bit more complicated kasi because it involves somebody else. It involves another person. So, I don't know where I'm going at. Why did I say this? Basta it's just interesting lang talaga kasi suddenly I'm not the super single friend na funny. Now I can't crack those jokes anymore because I am dating someone.
Congratulations, sana all. Anyway, I really love your story and that you touch base with online dating and that how you should love yourself first before really getting into a commitment or in a serious relationship. Because how can you love someone if you didn't even love yourself? How can you like? I don't even believe in the saying that you will wait or find someone to complete you, because how can you like give love to someone if you're not even complete yet, diba? It's already a bonus factor if you receive love from someone else.
Exactly. This is what I always say then, like, eto ha, I don't know if this is really dark, but I have friends who I'm very thankful for na we get to have conversations like this with my friends, my very close friends. Na parang sabi ko, alam nyo guys, may time ng 2020 na parang I have my two best friends kasi are guys. So, there was a point na there was a point ng 2020 around this time nga yun parang May, June, July. We were like peak lonely single feeling. Parang ganun yung feeling namin. All of the three of us we're all freaking single and we're kind of lonely in life. So parang bakit walang nagpapakilig sa akin ganyan. Me, I like journaling kasi. That's my tool to get over anxiety and like problems, especially if it's like if it involves myself lang. So I do a lot of journaling. And then nung time na yun, nag-journal ako. And then I realized na, shocks, feeling ko, and it's true, I've read it somewhere and I've thought about it for a while. Somebody said na finding love and being loved back the way that you love that person is a privilege talaga. Like, not everyone will experience the same way. And I mean, it sounds bitter, but that's just life, I guess. That's the reality of things na so with that realization, parang when I was journaling, sabi ko, shucks, I feel like I have to make peace with the idea na maybe I'm not meant to be with someone. And that's totally fine. Like, I can be happy on my own terms. Like, ang sabi ko, ang important is basta I'm fulfilled with my career and that I can pay back my parents and like make sure that their retirement is comfortable, na I get to give them a house that they want, na alam mo yun yung you can create your own set of like happiness and your own set of kasi I don't know why, and that's one thing I hate also, na parang nagkaroon sa society na you have na yung stages in life, one of it na for you to be successful is that you have to have a partner. Like, okay, that's really good na you have a partner in life and it's such a great thing to have, but it doesn't have to rely on that for you to say na you are complete. Totoo yun na parang like, I am fine, completely fine on my own. Like, I can continue my branding of being the single funny friend.
Yeah, like,
if that was my purpose in life, edi go lang.
Yep.
Para sabi ko sa friends ko, sabi ko, I think I've made peace with it. If ever I'm not meant to be with someone, sabi ko, too bad nobody found my level. Sabi ko ganyan. Sayang yung energy ko. Sabi ko ganyan. Yes. Nobody can match with me. But I feel like that's when you start also to explore kapag secure ka na with yourself. That's also the time that you get to be more adventurous with the people you talk to. You have more guts to put yourself out there kasi nothing can touch you anymore, kumbaga. Parang I'm perfectly capable of my own, so if this person doesn't work out, I need on to the next. Alam mo yung mga ganon. And if hindi mangyari na walang next, edi ganon talaga.
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead. You first.
Sorry. Just my point lang being is that like having someone in your life, it's ano lang, feeling ko it's just the media hyping it up. There
Mm-hmm.
are other things in life that you can find success in talaga, or you can find fulfillment in. Yun nga, like with your family, with your career, maybe in what
Absolutely.
you're passionate of,
Mm-hmm.
maybe in your craft. Alam mo yun, parang I siguro to people who are very old-fashioned, with old-fashioned families and very traditional families
Yeah.
like mine, um, they would always ask, since I'm the eldest in everything nga, para ang tanong nila lagi, oh, wala ba naliligo sa'yo? Hindi ka ba nagbabalak na sino ba yung ganito, ganyan? Tapos parang ako, hindi niyo ba tatanungin if mas kamusta yung career ko? Sino yung bago kong client?
Oo
Alam mo
nga.
yun?
Oo nga.
Bakit puro?
Bakit
Tapos,
puro love life?
oo.
Ano na yung
Tap,
career mo na?
it's funny now na, because my family knows of him. Like, my parents already met him.
That's good.
Yeah. But also my uncles know of him, like my titas, they're, yung mga kikay ko na titas, they're so
Ah.
excited for me. So, they know how it's going. And to be fair with them, parang they're also very excited. But at the same time, parang bigla silang, they want to guard me from the pain bigla, and like, very, very cute. They're excited at the same time. They want me not to get hurt. Sabi ko, ayan, tapos parang sa loob-loob ko, tinatanong niyo ako ng tinatanong kung may jowa ko ngayon. Nung nag-aaral ako, sabi niyo, aral mo na. Nag-aaral naman muna ako. Eto tuloy.
Oh,
Ang hirap pala.
same. Ikaw, at what age did you start dating? Ako, me, probably around 21 or 22.
Yeah, same. Ganun lang din. When I started working. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, when I started working as well.
I feel like doon ko lang na-feel kasi yung freedom. That was also like peak night out, peak walwa.
All days.
I was just really, wala lang, talagang youth talaga. That was it. 20, baka 21 nga eh. Because 20, I don't know, basta when I started working, that's also when I started to explore dating and like meeting people. Wala, kasi nga aral talaga. Like, ang inisip ko kasi noon, sabi ko, Shox, ang mahal ng tuition ko. I can't slack around, and parang that's the least I
Yeah.
can do is to secure education.
Diploma
Para,
first.
yeah, diploma first before everything else. And so that's what I did. I was an obedient child. Walang anything, walang bisyo, whatever. Ayun. Yan tuloy.
I really love that we have a lot of similar things.
Oo nga.
In the same background. And one thing that I really want to touch or to add into the things that you mentioned about regarding on online dating, I think those concerns as well are not just online dating, but even when it comes to dating with someone personally. Because one thing I observe when I started entertaining men in my life, not most of them really survived. Like, I really wish, like, how I hope they really have that patience, because me as a individual, I am more on into work, career focus. If I really have to extend 5 hours in work, then I'll do that. Then there is this most of the things that I mentioned that common among the men out there. Not all have, but most or some are wala silang pasensya na maghintay sa'yo. Di nila gets yung ganito ka dedicated in those things or factors of your life, let's say in your family, in your career,
gets ko.
Diba? So I just really hope, I don't know if nanonood ka ng Friends, but I really appreciate when Chandra mentioned to Monica that, you know what, they say that you are high maintenance, that you
I know that scene!
I really willing to maintain you. I really hope someone can tell me those lines.
Yes. I think, it comes yung culture kasi now, how we build relationships. People are so impatient nga talaga. Because they want immediate gratification.
True.
Na, parang, I get that. And my friends told me na parang, so it's good na you know what you're looking for. Kasi then you won't waste time on people that can't match that. It's true. When, the thing with me and the guy that I'm dating, I'll just name him. His name is Remo, as in R-E-M-O.
Okay. Hi, Remo.
So, the thing with me and Remo, parang, I made him clear, as in, I communicate everything with him because that's just how I am as a person. But also, it's for me to find out if he's really willing to seek out these challenges, like if he's going to be patient with it. Because sabi ko sa kanya, so we've been dating for a while. Tagal na rin nun, ever since January, we've been exclusive. Parang sabi ko sa kanya, if you will be official, because you're not yet official. Sabi ko sa kanya, if you're gonna be official, I gave him a checklist. Actually, I gave him a checklist
I
na
think
parang
I'll
these
do
are
the
the things.
same.
Girl, sobrang diba? Sobrang on-brand sa atin na may list. Tama yung friends ko sa akin. Sabi ko, seryoso ka ba? Sabi ko, oh, bakit? And he's okay with it.
Gusto mo? Okay, anyway, so what are those things in your list?
So, the first, parang, in no particular order, I told him that I want you to meet my friends. I have different friends. I want you to meet my high school friends, and I want you to meet my guy best friends, and I want you to meet my college friends. And then I also want to meet your friends, because that just makes sense, you know?
Yes.
And then I also want you to be introduced to my parents personally. Like, I want you to meet them. And I want myself also to be introduced to your family. Tapos sabi ko, once he asks me to be official, parang he will let my mom know at least, or my dad know at least na I'm gonna ask Bianca to be my girlfriend, ganyan. Kasi, for me kasi, it's important na my parents, or rather my family, trust him.
Yeah.
Kasi, I don't want to build like a wall na parang sobrang ibang-iba yung life ko with him. Kumbaga, parang once we're official, or like once he's my boyfriend, like he's going to be part of the conversation in the house every now and then. Alam mo yun? Parang, ayun, tapos parang sabi ko sa kanya, the list isn't just for me. Sabi ko, it's also for you. See, I included your family. I included your friends. Because I want to know his life, and also how he is with his, with his people, kumbaga. So, how you said na parang a lot of guys are so impatient. Feeling ko yun nga eh. Parang that's why it's even more complicated for people like us who value sustain, hindi ko alam kung anong tawag term, like yung longevity, or like the reality of a relationship. Hindi naman kasi pwedeng, since online lagi kayo magkausap online, not like that. It doesn't work like that. And feeling ko it's also such a unhealthy trait of our generation kasi. Parang, so, this is a recent realization I've had after my journaling session.
Okay.
Parang sabi ko, there was a time that I was so frustrated with our situation ni Remo kasi parang neither of us have our own car, our own cars. Neither of us have our own place. So parang there isn't a private space to be just intimate and just be ourselves, kumbaga. And then it doesn't help also na parang it's in a pandemic.
Yeah.
And then parang sabi ko, bakit yung mga friends ko, they get to see their boyfriends, their girlfriends, and they have all of these moments and all of these, may mga pinapost din ng mga videos ng mga couple goals, mga sana all, ganyan.
Goals.
The culture of sana all and like relationship goals, to an extent, it's healthy. Like, it's really cool na you show your love for someone like this. But at the same time, it sets a different level of expectation, especially for people like me who haven't really dated someone for so long, or rather who haven't even dated someone. Parang naisip ko, bakit sila may moments na ganyan? Bakit sila may... Ako gusto ko rin ng ganun. Like, I don't know with you, like, but when I was, like, nung single ako na I wasn't dating anyone, I have had these plans in my head na, magde-date kami sa museum, magde-date kami sa ganito, kakain kami ng ganyan. Alam mo, may mga...
May ganun din ako. May ganun din
diba?
ako.
Diba? Meron ka mga na-form na scenarios in your head na you will do with someone that you like. And that's normal. Yes! And like, truth be told, like, some of these things, nakuha mo siya from like the sana all and like the relationship goals posts. So, cool na you saw all of those things. But one thing that these posts don't really highlight is that the moments that are strung together, ano siya, they are moments that were built up when they were together na for a year, for 2 years. Parang may momentum to build up for them to reach to that certain level of being togetherness. Yung being together nila, hindi siya nangyari overnight, hindi siya nangyari in 3 months, hindi siya nangyari in 4 months. Parang naging impatient ako sa side na yon, na parang sabi ko, gusto ko may ganun din kami. But like, hindi na, girl. Like, for one, like, for one, it's a pandemic. And like, the second is that we don't have the same privileges, siguro, of other couples that do.
Yeah.
So, and it's, like, I tend to compare kasi. And it's really bad.
Yan.
Diba? So, parang, the people around me, they all have those things. Parang my friend, they have their own car, they have their adults, parang, but I'm being unfair to him if I feel like the relationship isn't going to work just because we don't have the same things. Parang sabi ko, I have to understand and I have to realize, which I already have, na we are, like, with what we have, we're doing we're doing really freaking great. Like, for what we have now, we don't see each other all the time. At most, parang twice a week. But every other week lang, parang siguro twice a month kami magkikita. Kasi for one, still a pandemic, and my parents, they're high risk na, and then yung parents ka then senior na, alam mo yon, parang I have to keep this in mind. And then I should be mad if he doesn't try anymore, but he does. Like, he continually tries. So parang sabi ko, I'm being unfair to him if I tell him, if I feel like the relationship isn't enough kasi hindi na suffice yung couple goals na nakikita ko. No, like, with what we have now, we're doing really great. And that's what's important. Alam mo yun? Parang eventually we will get there. And, funnily enough, we've had this conversation. Like, I told this sa kanya. And then parang sabi niya, yeah, I know, Bob tawag. Sabi niya, Bob, we will get there. Sabi ko, tapos sabi niya, ano ba? Sabi niya, I'm here to stay. Sabi niya, it's gonna be in a couple of years, ganyan. Sabi ko, what if it will take me years pa?
Yeah.
Baka a year pa, 2 years to, like, do that. Sabi niya, di ganun katagal. Sabi niya, I'm gonna be here to stay. Ganyan. So parang yeah, and I think it's really helpful na you communicate these things. If it scares them, maybe it's not really. I don't know, for me, if it scares them na with that fact, baka not match yung thing. Because I've also read somewhere na in relationships, it hindi lang siya, it's not just yung sparks. Kumbaga, there is also compatibility.
Yes.
Like you can be attracted to each other. You can find them, oh shucks, he's my type, she's my type, she's really pretty, and you can, but what the deeper the deeper aspect to it is the compatibility. Like, do you have the connection? Great, you have the connection, check.
Like the values in life.
Exactly. Yung compatibility nyo is that, are you willing to compromise your career for you to whatever? Are you willing to compromise family events for ganyan? So I guess compatibility also takes toll, in relationships. And attraction naman is the first, it's what makes you, parang yung sparks, yun yung parang pag-on ng lighter, pero yung pag-keep ng fire going,
burning,
is the compatibility. Yeah.
I really
takes
love it,
work,
girl.
but
thank you for sharing your blooming and, I'm speechless.
Thank you for also asking.
Yeah, I really.
It's, oh my gosh, love story talaga. Yes.
Getting there, okay.
My mom, she's very religious kasi. And to be transparent, I'm not the most religious person. Although I still practice my faith naman. But my mom, sabi niya kasi, natatawa ako. Nakakatawa kasi it made sense. Sabi niya, ipagdasal mo kasi. Tapos, totoo, girl. Kasi parang sabi ko, oo nga, parang yung prayers ko lagi kay God every time that we have mass. Parang prayers ko lagi, God, sana I have good career na, I have new clients coming in. Totoo. Sabi ko, oo nga, no? So, nasama na sa intentions ko ngayon yung having a healthy relationship. Tapos parang, I don't know. I think it's also you attracting good vibes and from the universe.
I think I do the same thing. I also include that one on my prayers. Like, not intentionally, but sometimes di mo na nalalaman, nasasali mo na sa prayer mo. And
yes.
Yeah, sometimes I tell myself, I don't even have that high standards. Honestly, I don't even looks like Like, I'm really into
same,
the character
same.
of the person.
Sobra,
Lord,
sobra
sometimes
talaga.
I randomly ask myself, or even like, God, Lord, I'm not really into standards, but this was before, like,
Yeah.
where is he now? Like, yung mga tipong ganun, like, I don't even have standards, pero
Oo.
bakit wala pa?
Gets.
Pati yung
Gets,
iba,
gets.
wow, happily into relationship.
Gets. So, I mean, alam mo, ewan ko, feeling ko yung looks kasi, it's very superficial. We all think na
True.
standards siya, pero here's what I will say. I'm,
Ako, siguro,
I'm,
girl, ako, okay na ako sa Ginoo, pero medyo bastos. Pero okay na ako.
I get that, girl. I get that. So, kasi, ano ka ba, walang mangyayari kung hindi kayo marunong
Siyempre
lumande.
naman. Ano ba?
It's the flirting aspect. That's what starts it all kaya. Anyway,
Definitely.
parang, the thing with like looks and like the
Mm-mm.
very superficial things, like he has to have a certain type of look or whatever. Okay, that's totally fine. We all have our preferences.
Yes.
The thing is, I matched with a guy who was like, feeling ko, yung universe, binasa niya yung journal ko. Because there was this one time, I was just frustrated with my dating life. I wrote down my ideal guy.
Mm-hmm.
As in very, to be frank though, it's very superficial, like what I wrote down there. He has to be tall. Ako kasi, I'm into guys who are like, yung mukhang madumi. Who are like long hair, may tattoo, may piercings. I love that. Yung mga rugged looking guys. Those are that's my thing.
Wow.
Sabi ko, oh, this guy's gonna be like this, gonna be like that, and he has a good speaking voice and has tattoos and ganyan. Girl, like straight out of a journal, come this guy that I match with on Bumble. And like, as in, matangkad siya, as in, he's my type. As in talaga. So, kaya swipe right tayo agad. Tapos ginamit ko kagad yung strategy natin na voice message. And, girl, he was a former DJ. So,
really?
He replied back in all confidence. Tapos sabi ko, kahiga ako sa kama. Tapos sabi ko, hello? What's happening? Tapos, okay, match kami. But you know what? It's so funny because he's my type and he's everything. But hindi, like, we don't click. Like, no matter, parang it wasn't enough na he was my type, na he was tall, he has tattoos, na he had a beard. Oh my God, he's like, parang siyang bear. Yun kasi mga type ko, mukhang bear. Ganon siya, as in, ganon siya. Tapos sabi ko, wow, I thought it would be enough for me to like keep being interested when someone is at least my type. Pero hindi eh. Parang, hindi, I don't know, he was coming off too strong, like he grew up in the States. But also, parang, ako kasi, kaya ko namang makiride. Sabi mo nga, yun yung, ano yun, medyo, basta sa'yo or baliktad, I don't know. He was like that. Kaya ko makiride, kaya ko sakyan yung ganyan. Kaso, parang, sabi ko, it didn't feel like, hindi siya swabe, kumbaga. I didn't feel, hindi ako sobrang yung kilig na holes. Iba yung feeling. Parang natutuwa lang ako na validate yung ang sama pakinggan, pero na-validate yung self-worth ko na, oh, shucks, mayroong nagkagusto sa akin na ganito. Ay, ganun lang. Oo. Pero hindi yung, iba yung, kaya sabi ko na very superficial siya. Kasi when you meet someone na you click with, and like, na ang ganda ng usapan nyo, na you are impressed with how he converses or how he thinks about stuff. Like, ganun yung na-feel ko with Remo kasi. When we started talking, parang, I didn't have to keep trying. Kumbaga, sobrang smooth lang ng conversation namin. And he was really genuine to begin with.
I really
also,
like
he's so
that.
consistent.
Wow!
Yeah. Oo, sobrang. Yung genuine talaga. It's rare na someone would put effort kahit na we haven't even met ng time na we talked for 2 weeks lang, tapos tsaka lang kami nagkita. Ako parang 3 weeks na actually bago kami nagkita. Because we matched December, we met basta mga 2 weeks siguro.
Second week na January.
Oo. So, ganun. So, parang it's really rare for you to come across someone who is genuine from the get-go. Kasi people are so guarded online. Kasi nga, we don't know what are the expectations of people. Kaya sabi ko nga sa kanya, ang galing, bakit ang brave mo? Sabi ko sa kanya, why are you so brave? Kaya sabi ko, sabi ko, best foot forward ka lang. Dahil asal ko lang siya. But, yun talaga, it's not enough sometimes na you are physically attracted to them. Parang what keeps you interested and invested in the person is if you are, I don't want to say in love, but when you were attracted to their personality and and yung character talaga of the person.
Yeah.
Like,
definitely.
would you rather date someone who's sobrang guwapo and like hunk talaga tapos he doesn't know how to respect your time, he doesn't respect your career? I've met people who are sobrang self-load. There was another guy na parang, like my type also.
Yeah.
But when we talk, sobrang condescending niya. Na parang, I wasn't able to talk to him. Call to like, I wasn't able to talk to him kasi sabi ko, oh, sorry, may mga shoot kasi ako, ganyan. Sabi niya, siguro sobrang busy mo na, dahil mo siguro, pera, ganyan. Pero sabi niya, ganun siguro nakita mo. Tapos parang what? Why are you, sabi ko, we're not even, hindi pa kami dating na parang he's just a person that I matched with. So parang, all the more, what would the conversations be like if it's just gonna be the two of you? And like, sorry, I'm off tangent na. Basta yung point ko lang is...
No, I really like it. Because even you, that's one of the things I really look into. Like, if that guy, if that person can really keep a very good conversation, like, that's one of the things that you need to consider. Because even when you get old, you have to like, do the conversation with that guy, with that person.
Yeah. And, alam mo yun, sometimes, it's not all, like, red flags naman. Sometimes also, I've met with a lot of guys who were very decent naman. There's this one guy, hindi ko na siyang pangalanan. There's one guy we met twice. Ang funny, kasi the first time we met before the pandemic. As in, parang 1 week before mag-pandemic, nag-meet kami. And then, it was a really good meet-up. Like, it was really, sobrang swak niya sa gitna, na parang, it wasn't so bad I didn't want to see him again, but it wasn't so good that I want to see him again. If you get what I mean. Basta sobrang sakto lang, na if he didn't talk to me anymore, it was fun. It was a fun night, pero nothing more, okay lang. But, parang, there was something lacking in terms of, like, chemistry. Chemistry and compatibility are the two things talaga. We didn't have chemistry, but he was a good guy. We met ulit during the pandemic. Kasi, I messaged him first. Like, I was just, sabi ko nga sa'yo, peak singlehood. Wala, message ko lang. Kasi, he was the last one who messaged on Telegram. Kasi I didn't reply na ulit. Parang, nag-message ako. Wala lang, I was just asking how he was, ganyan. And at this time, he seemed more engaging and he seemed more interesting. Sabi ko, parang nag-agree kami na we will meet again. And we did. But it was more fun. And I felt like he was also more ready or more game to, to date, like, eventually. Because, he was really invested in our conversations. Even after the date, he would still... Basta he was nicer and more open. Yon. But, walang chemistry. Like, I didn't feel sparks or anything. But I didn't ghost him. Like, that's important. Like, I was honest with him na parang, hey, sabi ko, you're a really great guy. I really had fun and ganito ganyan, but I don't see this relationship like blossoming into something more. It's not, sabi ko, there's nothing wrong with you. Sabi ko, nothing wrong with you, nothing wrong with me either. It's just the wavelengths are different. Sabi ko, but I hope you find someone who matches yours. Na, alam mo yun, that's what I always also tell. That's dating eh. That's how you, like, you meet people and you find out if you work out and, like, if it's a thing that you can see through. If it's not, di ganun talaga. That's dating. Like, it's not like you're gonna marry them when you meet them, diba?
Yeah.
So, it's fun, actually. It's really fun, honestly. So, and since he's a nice guy, he responded really well also to it. Thank you for letting me know. Like, I also had fun with you. Ganyan. Yun lang. I mean, it's not all bad. You just have to really be honest with yourself. If you really like this person, if you really, really like this person, and if you're willing to kind of like be like date them and see them through, alam mo, you will think na you will have these standards na parang, ito dapat ganito siya. Pero once you meet someone who is like how I met Remo, parang sabihin ko, wait, baka forgiven naman pala yung side na yun. Like, yung mga ganun mamas. Kasi, okay, number one, ayaw niya sa roller coasters. Sobrang funny nito ha. Parang sabi ko nung una, gusto ko yung guy na date ko, he also likes mga thrilling rides and he's into these types of things.
Mm-mm.
Eh, he's not. But also, sabi ko, okay, fine, forgiven na yun. Sabi ko, okay na yun. That, you will
The
find out
willingness to
what,
compromise.
you will find out what you're okay with compromising and not, you're
Yeah.
okay with not compromising. So parang, wala, it's a journey. It's really interesting.
Yes. And you know what? I think with your story, I think, universe or God will find a way to give you what you really need instead of what you
That's
really
true.
want with your stomach.
Oh, that's so true. Oh, I love that. I feel like yeah, that is so true. Feeling ko that's why it didn't feel like he had to complete me. It felt like
Mm-hmm.
he complimented
Yeah.
like how I am and like how my life is at the moment. I like that. Tama ka dyan.
Okay, ang
I
ganda na ng
agree.
segue natin. Layo na.
Congratulations, you got into this part. And see what I told you, you will learn a lot from it and you can relate to most of it. And those things are really practical and really important, especially that we are now in our adulting years. And even though if you are in your early 20s, in your late 20s, or in your early 30s, or even 40s, those things that we just have in this episode are really really important. So yes, please do watch out for part 3. It's all about our family. This is your host Ashing. Amping.